Have you ever heard the saying, give a finger and lose a hand? It sounds a bit dramatic, right? But it perfectly captures a situation where a small act of kindness gets taken advantage of, leading to a much bigger loss. Today, we're diving into a classic fable that illustrates this perfectly, The Porcupine and the Snakes. It's a story about boundaries, being a good guest, and the consequences of letting someone walk all over you. So, let's set the scene. Imagine a little porcupine wandering through the woods, looking for the perfect place to call home. He's been searching for a while, checking out hollow logs and rocky crevices, but nothing feels quite right. It's either too damp, too drafty, or just doesn't have that cozy vibe. Finally, after much searching, he stumbles upon a small sheltered cave. It's perfect. Dry, protected from the wind, and just the right size. There's just one tiny problem. The cave is already occupied. A family of snakes lives there. They've made it a comfortable home, a safe haven from predators and the elements. Now, the porcupine is at a crossroads. He could keep searching, or he could try his luck with the current residents. Being a rather confident little fellow, he decides to ask if he can move in. He approaches the entrance and politely calls out to the snakes. He explains his long search for a home and how their cave is absolutely ideal. He asks if they would be so kind as to let him share the space with them. He promises to be a good roommate, quiet and considerate. The snakes, being a generally good-natured family, listen to his story. They feel a bit of sympathy for the weary traveler. After a quick family huddle, they decide to let him stay. After all, what's the harm in sharing? The cave is big enough, and it's always nice to help someone in need. They welcome him in. At first, everything seems to be going well. The porcupine settles into a corner, and the snakes go about their business. But it doesn't take long for the snakes to realize they might have made a big mistake. You see, a porcupine comes with a very specific, very sharp accessory. Its quills. Every time a snake slithers by, ouch. A sharp prick from a quill. Every time they curl up to rest, poke. They get jabbed again. The porcupine doesn't even seem to notice. He just moves around as he pleases, his spiky coat causing chaos for his smooth-skinned hosts. The snakes are getting more and more uncomfortable. Their peaceful home has turned into a minefield of sharp surprises. They can't relax, they can't move freely, and their skin is covered in tiny, painful pricks. It's just not working out. They decide they have to say something. So, mustering up all their courage, the head of the snake family politely approaches the porcupine. He says, "Excuse me, Mr. Porcupine. We were happy to offer you shelter, but this arrangement isn't really working for us. Your quills are constantly pricking us, and it's become quite painful. We think it would be best if you found another place to live." They're polite, they're reasonable, and they're hoping he'll understand. But the porcupine's reaction is not what they expected. He simply looks at them, puffs out his chest a little, and says, "I am very well satisfied. Thank you. This cave is perfect for me, and I have no intention of leaving. I intend to stay right here." The snakes are stunned into silence. This wasn't the deal. They had been kind, and now their kindness was being thrown back in their faces. And then, to add insult to injury, the porcupine gets up and, with a few strategic movements of his spiky body, he effectively herds them towards the entrance. He politely, but firmly, escorts the entire snake family out of their own home. The snakes have a choice: stay and get constantly pricked and injured, or leave the home they've always known. To save their own skins, literally, they have no choice but to slither away, homeless and defeated, to look for a new place to live. The porcupine, meanwhile, settles in comfortably, now the sole owner of the cozy little cave. So what's the big takeaway from this story? Give a finger and lose a hand. The snakes offered a small kindness, a little bit of space, and they ended up losing their entire home. This fable is a powerful reminder about the importance of setting boundaries. It's wonderful to be kind and generous, but it's also crucial to protect yourself and your own well-being. Sometimes people will take advantage of a good nature, pushing and pushing until they've taken everything. It teaches us to be discerning about who we help and how much we give. Being kind doesn't mean being a doormat. True kindness coexists with self-respect. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on this fable? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more classic tales with modern lessons. See you next time.